600. So I was in the logistics and they had some forms that had to be filled in 6-7 copies in order to get something. So that was the first piece that I wrote, and I think I owe that writing to a girl who ditched me. I don't blame her, we are both quite happy. We were in law college together and she was doing law after doing a BA. Are you with me, Dan?
Dan is going to sleep.
Pursuing a career in law and people in Karnataka College in Dharwad convinced me that I was a good speaker in the debates and all that. We had won the national debating intercollegiate debate. And she was passing her time doing after the BA. And we fell in love and we spent a lot of time at the Asiatic restaurant. And two young people can no longer go to it because it's become a departmental store. And one day she said to me, you know, we are 3 sisters and my mother's putting pressure on me to get married. So we have to get married because I am the older sister and 2 sisters are waiting. And she was a lovely girl and I really was in love with her. The first time, I think. So she tried her level best. I said, no, I have to become a lawyer. One day she brought an ad. Pilot officers, Indian Air Force, 475 rupees salary with perks, blue uniform with gold stripes and all that, you know, very attractive. And 3 guys from my class, law college, they were going for the interview. So we went. I was the only one selected. And then we had a very persuasive recruitment officer who said, I said, no, I don't want to go. I don't want a career. He said, you go to Missouri, it's free. You can still refuse to join. And louder?
Yeah, now that's not just.
I'm wearing a hearing aid, so it's very loud for me. I went to Dehradun not knowing that I would be selected. You know, 4 days, psychological test, physical test, got selected. And when I came back, you know, the pressure was so much that I joined the Air Force. And when I went for my 1 year's training to become a pilot officer, this girl got married to a surgeon. Good for her, for me, and for surgery. That's how in the Air Force I was totally lost. I'm a very peaceful man. And I was bored, and so I discovered there was a magazine, and this Sardar, boss of mine, said, why don't you write? So I started writing. So that's how my writing career started, really. One thing led to another. People said that they like my style. And it only shows how my English language is deteriorating. Hi, Adrian. So I started writing and then published a few riddles, and then there was no stopping me. I wrote a lot, and in moments of being inspired by some woman or the other, I wrote a lot of poetry. And then Pushpan Singh egged me on to write limerick. So these are the 3 kinds of things that I have written. I'd like to read this piece about Goa.
Yeah.
You know, for me, there is no place like Goa, and the piece, unfortunately, is called "What I Hate Most About Goa." Every time I dash off to Goa, spending a small fortune on ever-escalating airfares and ever-deteriorating services, my wife goes through a quiet rage. I suspect she once toyed with the idea of employing a detective agency to check whether I had a mistress holed up in Goa. She did not pursue the idea because wives from Goa's familiars of Goa don't do that sort of thing. They prefer to suffer indignities in silence and offer them to God. The truth is, I have a mistress. You must remember the context. I've written quite a few years ago. I'm working on an erotic novel about the frustration of making love to a woman with a confused identity. First a Portuguese colony, then a union territory, and finally a whole state. My mistress is Goa, God's miracle on earth. And like with any mistress, I share a love-hate relationship with her that can really be traumatic. Is that alright now, the level of my voice? Mr. Carvalho? Yeah? Can you hear me okay? I write this sitting in bed, my left knee heavily bandaged. I lie immobilized, a victim of a motorcycle accident in Goa. I hate the fact that there is a conspiracy in Goa to prevent a 65-year-old guys like me from feeling young and too wheeling. The relative turns his car 180 degrees to chase my motorbike at Miramar to check if it's really me on a motorbike. Friends shake their heads sadly as if I am a gone case. In fact, I am really gone before they can admonish me. And to complete the conspiracy, a coconut tree jumps out of its roots to knock me into the paddy fields near Porvorim. The next thing I hate about Goa is that 5 out of the 6 people who rush to help me out of the fields can't speak or refuse to speak to me in Konkani. My pride in conversing in our mother tongue takes a worse bashing than my damaged knee. I hate Goa when I discover that the only guy who can clean our ancestral well is from Andhra. The only chap who can knock coconuts from the trees at our villa in Vere is from Kerala. And the chef in a 5-star hotel dishing out Vindaloo is a Gomes from Bangladesh. I hate the Goan Catholic obsession of wanting